You're listening to the Magnetic Boss Podcast. I'm your host, Calandra Martin, intuitive brand designer for spiritual entrepreneurs. The Magnetic Boss Podcast is where visionaries come together to openly share wisdom and authentic conversations. I know that you are ready to leave your legacy in the world and become sought out in your industry. I also know that you are sick and tired of getting overlooked. You're ready to have a magnetic business. I'm here to help you create your magnetic brand. It's my mission to help you show up confidently with a professional, irresistible online presence. If you're in this for the long game and all in on the big vision you have for your business, let's dive in. One question I want you to ask yourself right now. This is going to give you insight in your content creation, in your marketing, in your messaging, in your positioning for your brand. And it is a really great prompt to return back to when you feel like you don't know what to say. So many of the women that I support, especially women that are Gen X or are just not tech savvy, don't love being on social media, find it to be overcomplicated, or have a hard time showing up consistently. A lot of the time, it is because we don't understand, one, how social media works, and two, how to leverage social media in a way that really showcases our business and our brand. So I want to give you a really straightforward prompt. This is a taster into what I will be sharing in the masterclass happening May 18th. This is going to be a live masterclass. So if you're listening in real time, you will have the opportunity to sign up and join us live. If you're watching this in hindsight, you can still sign up and get access to this masterclass. But we are going to dive into some of these really tangible ways to make social media simple. And this is specifically for my women that are 50 plus or women who just resonate with this idea that social media can feel overcomplicated, because I want to give you permission to make it easy. There is so much noise in the online space, and it is so easy to get wrapped up in what everybody else is saying you should do or how you should be running your social media. And I really want to bring it back home to simplicity and give you the permission and also the strategy to be able to show up in a really powerful way without burning yourself out. So when it comes to social media and knowing what to say, knowing what to post, knowing when to post, what type of content to post, we're going to cover all of those questions in real time in the masterclass. But this is a question that you can anchor into anytime you want to be positioning yourself in who you are, what you do, how you help people, and to do that in a really intentional way. Because I think what happens when we're sharing on social media is that we want to share all of it. Really, we have so much to share, and we have so much to say, and we have such strong beliefs in what we do that it can feel a bit overwhelming, and it can feel like we are just muddying the waters, right? It can feel like, well, if I'm saying this and 100 other people are saying it, why does it matter? And I know that I've had some of those thoughts to myself as well. But at the end of the day, when somebody is coming across your account, what I teach with branding and have always taught is that your brand is a combination of your energetics and your strategy. But the energy behind your content, the fire, the excitement, the passion, the joy that you are putting into the world and sharing with the world is going to speak volumes over posting 3 times a day and being in your Instagram stories and following the trends and posting the reels and doing all those things. That energetic standpoint is going to be so much more impactful. So when you answer this question, and I know I'm just like tiptoeing around what the question is, but I really want to bring this home, this idea that it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. I want you to just keep that in mind. Really settle into your mission, what you are here to do, the change that you want to make in the world, the impact that you want to have, the legacy that you want to create for your business, for your life. Okay, Get out a pen and paper if you are able to. If not, come back and listen to this episode or voice note it, whatever works for you. I want you to save this and come back to it. I want you to ask yourself, what feels most important to share about your work? Not like what you do and the 5 offers that you have right now and the ways that you create payment plans. And we're not looking at the like tangible takeaways or the deliverables of your work. But what feels most important to share about your work? Why do people need to know about what you do? What is the transformation that you are creating? What is the impact that you are here to help people with? Because when you come from a place of everybody needs to know what I have to say, right? My ideal client, not everybody necessarily, but really truly everybody. There's people I've met in the real world. This is just a little side tangent. There's so many people I've met in the real world where I'm like, gosh, you are so talented. You are so gifted. You have so much brilliance. If you could just take that brilliance and share it with the world, we would have a better place, right? Like the world would be a better place. One specific example is my grandmother. I fucking love my grandmother. She is just a delight. She is a delightful human being. She is so gifted. She has so much knowledge and passion for early childhood education. And I always say, like, we need to create a course. She's like the grandmother of Miss Rachel. Like, she's amazing. And I say this to her all the time, like, gosh, if people just knew about you, right? And so I want you to think about somebody in your life right now that you're like, I wish everybody in the world knew this person. And I'm sure you have 1 or 2 people that you think of immediately. Now imagine if somebody had the same thoughts about you in your business, right? What would they be saying is so important about the work that you do or the change that you create or the transformation that you provide? Because when you approach social media in a mission-led way, in a really intentional way, it's not so much about the vanity metrics. It's not so much about going viral or the likes or the engagement or, the pretty aesthetic feed. All of those things are great and important. But what is more important, in my opinion and in my experience, is having a message that creates an impact and having a business that is generating change. So ask yourself this question. What feels most important to share about your work? It doesn't have to be 100 things. It can be one thing, one takeaway, one client experience, one transformation that you are creating. Keep it simple. Brainstorm as much or as little as you would like to, and anchor into this as you are creating content, because I promise you, when you create content from a really mission-led perspective, the people that are meant to work with you are going to flock to that energy, and they are going to be excited about working with you rather than you feeling like you have to convince people to work with you or like you have to chase the algorithm. So I hope that is helpful. If you want to attend the masterclass that is happening to make social media simple, the link is in the show notes. I would love to see you there. And you will have an opportunity to book a one-on-one call with me to simplify your social media as well. So even if you can't make the masterclass live, I 100% recommend you book that call in my calendar before the spots fill up. And I would love to walk you through this and help you with making social media feel like something that isn't so overwhelming.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe wherever you are listening so you never miss a beat. For episode show notes, visit calandramartin.com/podcast. Your iTunes reviews and your sharing of the show helps us reach more magnetic bosses just like you. Until next time.